USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I find I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school, this class is the best, this is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we have evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Princess Catherine is on the mend.
The government says we're in recession, but now they're going to spend money with TikTok advisors to stop Albanians.
Naomi Campbell has the most unusual clothes line.
Michael Jordan's trainers sell for $8 million. Well, all this and more on ALB UK Television, the Royally Rich Show, Lifestyle Show, with me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And me, Helena CHARD.
Okay, let's roll the titles and let's get on with the show. Well, Helena, the royals are all over the news again.
They are.
You are a royal persona.
Expert, as you are. So obviously Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is on the mend, which is good news. So she was seen travelling with her family and 3 children back to Sandringham, where they love spending their Easter. So she's going to have all her children around her. And I think she'll probably be really pleased to be out of her little place, Windsor, because it's freezing. And Princess Margaret always used to say, absolutely freezing. It was the only place that was ridiculously freezing. Anyway, so that's really good news. Obviously, the King has been spotted going backwards and forwards. He's having treatment, but the good thing is he's there, he's waving to the crowd, so it's really good to see him. Queen Camilla, I mean, goodness me, she has been working hard, and last night was at a great event at Grosvenor House, celebrating Shakespeare, joined by acting royalty and lots of dames. It's the 400th anniversary of the first folio, and it was really good. It was hosted by Giles Brandreth, and he gave them 2 Valentine jumpers, like white jumpers with hearts, etc. But it was just a lovely thing, and I think the main thing was also toasting an early recovery from the absent King, who would have loved to have been there. But all great. And obviously Meghan and Harry in Canada.
It's the preamble to next year, and the Invictus Games are in Canada at the moment. They've just launched their new Sussex.com, which has caused all sorts of... is Meghan and Harry just trying to revamp their PR campaign? I've never heard so much nonsense in all my life. You know, I'm a great fan of Meghan, to be perfectly honest. Always have been, always will be. But there you go.
Yeah, I know, but you've got to, you know, you really have to. If they're going to go over there to have a quiet life, you know, they can't trade on the royal families.
Well, I don't think they're having a quiet life. But anyway, but even so...
No, but I think good for her that she's doing her podcast with a new company, the Lemonade Crew or something.
Yes.
So that's something for her. So all good in the hood.
All good in the hood.
Again, Michael Jordan and his trainers.
Yeah, but before that, we're just going to talk about the recession as well. So basically today, it's been announced today by the government, who've tried to sweep it under the carpet, that we're in recession. And so something like this is not good for Britain. And guess what? Front page of the Metro newspaper this morning is talking about how the British government is going to spend money on buying influencers to try and stop Albanians coming into Britain. I've never heard anything so daft in all my life as what they're up to now. I really think this is the death throes of the Conservative Party anyway, and this government, hopefully. And in reality, if they really wanted to connect in to the Albanian community, we're here. We're ALP UK Television. This is the biggest channel in Britain and in Albania that can talk about these issues.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. That is the front of the Metro, but they have expanded it to general boats crossing the channel. In previous conversations, so I don't know what the Metro's up to, but there you go. So back to Michael Jordan and his trainers. So one single pair of trainers sold for 8 million, but there's like 6 separate shoes from all of his wins, you know, over the years in the 90s, I think, that are being sold. It's the Dynasty collection, and apparently, I mean, goodness me, I don't know why you'd want to buy trainers, but I guess if you're a fan, it's something. But he was the first athlete billionaire, that the relationship between Nike and everything that came to fruition. So fabulous. Like, what can I say? It's world record game shoes. But there is big business actually in second-hand shoes in general. So maybe there's something in it.
Well, perhaps I might be able to get the price of shoes, Helena, at the moment.
I know.
This inflation.
I know, completely madness.
Anyway, going on to that too, Le Gavroche as well, they have just been auctioning off a lot of their wine. Some of the wines are going up for £12,000 a bottle.
I know, it's so much, isn't it? And obviously the Le Gavroche was founded by Michael and Albert Roux. I mean, I feel so sad, all these wonderful Michelin star restaurants just shutting down, and people like Gordon Ramsay, Marco Pierre, all these wonderful people trained there, but such is life, hey? We move on.
I think the problem at the moment is obviously with recession times, with inflation, with everything, you know, they can't make money anymore, you know, a lot of these restaurants as well.
Yeah.
But in saying that, there's a new skyscraper being planned at the moment by the City of London that's going to be taller than the Shard.
It is. It was going to be the size of the Shard, and then they want to make it taller. But the lovely thing about it is going to be an elevated podium garden on the 11th floor, restaurants, flexible cultural spaces, and educational spaces that the Museum of London will oversee. But I was trying to work out where it is. It's in between the cheese grater and the what's the one that goes like that?
They'll squeeze it in somewhere.
It's really, yeah, quite funny.
No doubt, as always, it's going to bring that the part of the City of London to a halt.
I don't understand why they want to do it, why they're doing it. But there you go. Well, and here we are in recession, and they're building
skyscrapers. You also talk about Phoenix.
No, I feel really sad about Phoenix. I love that store. Also, say love to that store. It's now shut, sadly, just shut. And it's been taken over by charity shops. Well, not necessarily taken over by charity shops, but it's got like a pop-up store, charity supermarket it's called. And it's the lead person from Red or Dead that's setting it up. It's going to be really good quality. It's, I don't know, I suppose second-hand clothes that are going to be there. But how sad. I feel really sad, but apparently they raise a lot of money for charities, something like 1.6 million, 180,000 stuff, and it stops 53 tons of clothes going into landfill. So that's a good thing.
That's good. But talking about clothes, then there's Naomi Campbell's new antibacterial clothing line.
Isn't it funny how you can make money from? So she's a germaphobe. And I've seen pictures of her with her sprays and everything on aeroplanes when she's travelling, but she's now made an antibacterial clothing line. So it's anti-crease, it's anti-stress, and there's a compression suit as well for flying, so to help prevent blood clots. But only Naomi Campbell would bring out something like that. I need to think of things that we can bring out.
Is there any royals in there that we can talk to? So finally, Taylor Swift, she's releasing a new record, I think, or a new album.
She's made history. Well, she's made history at the 66th Grammys. I think she won. There's also Kylie was in there as well, but she has won something very special. She's won 4 prizes. What is it? It's the first artist to win the prize for a 4th time. Yeah. A Grammy Award. So, I mean, congratulations to her.
I think she's also, at that ceremony, she's a publicist herself as well. And she obviously announced her new album. But also...
I see, yes, she won for her best album, of course, which has come out, of course, yeah.
And so but as we can see in the picture on the screen as well, her boyfriend, whose name escapes me for the minute,
yes.
Won the Super Bowl on Sunday, and she was there in all her splendour, and apparently she was gurgling down beer.
Well, I have to say, I always see her kissing different guys. I mean, each to their own, but I do think she's with a new guy all the time, isn't she?
Well,
one of those things, but she's always having fun, and I have to say, she's so successful.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, we're just going to take a short break, and then we're going to bring on one of our great regular visitors, Victoria George Veal.
So we have the wonderful Victoria George Veal with us. Now, we do love Victoria. Welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me back. It's so lovely to see you both. How are you?
Oh, we're good. All the better for seeing you. And you've been so super busy. I want to know a little bit more about your wonderful diploma. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. It's there on the wall. I don't know if you can see it, but I've hung it with pride. It's a singing diploma in musical theatre, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. So I've managed to gain that literally in December. And I'm so grateful for this, and I'm so grateful for the training that I've been receiving from Patricia O'Neill, who is the most wonderful singing teacher on this planet. Thank you, Patricia. and she's actually the sister of Dennis O'Neill from WNO, Welsh National Opera, and she was a principal singer in the English National Opera. So I am trained by a wonderful lady, and she's just so nice. So I'm just there. Oh yes, there it is on the screen. Thank you. But yes, I had to sing quite a few pieces in the exam, and it was quite grueling vocally. So I managed to do it, and I'm now a soprano. I'm a trained soprano, so I'm so excited to go.
Just to say, your voice is so beautiful. Your voice is so beautiful. I'm sorry we can't play the music today. We would have done, maybe in future dates. But you've also passed with flying colours, supersonic high mark. So
thank you. Yes,
well done.
92 out of 100 distinction. So woo!
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm really grateful.
And are you starting a new enterprise as well?
Yes, so that literally started a couple of months ago, so it's still very, very new. It's not established at all yet. It's a casting agency for children and teenagers. So it's based in South Wales, and it's called VGB Casting Agency. And I basically train young actors for film and television and commercials and voiceover. So that's really exciting. So we're hoping to get all of the children on Spotlight very soon, and have everything sorted for that, so that they can go onwards and upwards into the world of entertainment on set professionally, which would be so exciting for them.
So can just to say, I come from a casting background, so I find that really exciting. You've obviously worked with children now for quite a while, in dancing and various things. Is it a continuation of that, or is it a separate thing altogether?
It is a completely separate business. However, quite a lot of my students for this casting agency, who will be on my books very soon, they are from my performing arts school, and I've been teaching there for 16 and a half years now. I don't know where the time has gone. But yes, come this September, it'll be 17 years of teaching experience. So yes, I have new children as well, new clients for the casting agency, mixed with children who I've taught for a very long time.
Excellent. And do you think Cardiff now, because I know it is a big filming centre, so has that been part of the incentive to start doing something with children again?
I think so. Cardiff is literally the Hollywood of Wales. There is so much that's going on here, and it's definitely always on the up. Obviously, it's the home of Doctor Who. We've got lots of different things going on here at the moment, so it's really exciting. And there are always new opportunities for people of all ages, children and adults. So, and it's also something I've wanted to do for a couple of years now, I think since lockdown. So the fact that I already run a performing arts school with children and connections has helped me.
And Victoria, obviously you're a soprano now, I think that's what you said, and I know that I've seen photographs of you working on productions at Christmas, and you're obviously a good actress. My vision for you, and it's probably your vision too, is to see you on the stage, the big stage, doing wonderful performances. Is that what you're hoping to do as well?
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. It means a lot to me. That's so sweet. Yes, I would absolutely love to. I mean, I've done the pantomimes with Owen Money for 5 years now, and this year I was able to do my diploma. So I'm hoping that I will be booking a couple of concerts this year. I'm aiming to do another diploma, which is higher than the one I've received. So I'm trying to keep going with that now, because I'm really enjoying it. So fingers crossed, the big stage, big concerts would be lovely.
We'll be visiting you, that's for sure.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. Front row seats.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know you've done a little short film on Wales as well. So how is Wales? Hopefully we're running the video at the same time. How is Wales at the moment?
Oh, well, it's looking out the window right now. It's a bit drizzly, it's a bit grey, but that's nothing new. But yes, as you can see in the video next to me, it's actually a video that I made myself whilst I was visiting these areas. And this is West Wales, it's Roche Castle, and there's a lot of history to this castle. But there are so many wonderful places to visit in Wales alone, you know, so you've got castles. This is Castell Coch, which is Red Castle. It's literally about a 20-minute drive from my house. And this is in South Wales. And there is so much history to Wales. It's unbelievable. You can't spend a week here. You need to spend about a month here.
I know, absolutely. So finally, Victoria, how can people get in contact with you?
Probably the best way to get in touch with me at the moment is via my social media. So you can contact me via victoria.george-veal on Facebook or on Instagram.
Victoria, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Lovely having you here. And see you again soon.
See you again soon.
Good.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. Now we have Raki Brown, who's a futurist and really talks about all sorts of new opportunities. Raki, welcome.
Thank you, Ian. Pleasure to be here.
And on a day when obviously we've now gone into recession, the types of things that you talk about is really the future where people might look at.
Yeah, so one of the things I focus a lot on is tokenization of real-world assets such as gold, real estate, and also the blockchain and crypto, which is actually doing incredibly well. Despite there being a recession within the crypto space, there's a bull market at the moment, which we think is going to last for another 500 days or so. So it's a good counter as well. Gold is doing incredibly well at the moment.
I was saying earlier before talking that I find it so exciting. All these words, you know, tokenization and futurist, technologist, but I don't quite understand it, but I find it interesting. I mean, what is tokenization?
So I guess tokenization is to do with the blockchain. The blockchain is to do originally with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin started in 2009, and the technology behind it is called the blockchain, and it's ultra secure, as in it's never been hacked successfully, whereas even the Pentagon and the World Bank gets hacked on a fairly regular basis. So for that reason, it's an incredibly good technology to use in combination with the internet. It allows you to, for example, tokenize or put documents on the blockchain that cannot be falsified, which means if you want to securitize an asset, for example, it allows you to do that with the blockchain. And it's also incredibly easy to exchange these types of documents that they're called NFTs, non-fungible tokens, but we tend to not use that word anymore because a few years ago there was an NFT hype which has nothing to do with the way it should be, really.
And you have a tribal story, just to briefly talk about.
Yeah, so I can't go too much into exactly where this is, but there is some tribal land and they have gold underground. And so we are involved in trying to help them tokenize, so securitize the gold underground so that they can monetize it without having to dig it up. And this is very important for them because they want to preserve the land on top. And there are a lot of traditions associated with that. And so we had a conversation with them a few days ago, and they're incredibly excited to work with us to tokenize these underground assets. And we believe this is how it's going to move forward into the future, especially with gold and diamonds, where there's no real reason to dig them up because they're in a sense already in a vault. So why dig them up and put them into a different vault?
And finally, Raki, how can people get in contact with you?
So you can get in contact with me, I guess, probably Raki Brown, RAKIBROWN @iCloud.com. That's probably the easiest way. My company is called Omnia DeFi, but we're setting up a new website, so you won't be able to find the website at the moment. And there's some videos on YouTube as well you can look at. If you put Omnia DeFi and maybe put my name, you'll see some of the videos that we've done in the past.
Excellent. Wow. And I know that you work with 12,000 venture capitalists now as well.
Yes. So we have 12,000 12,000 VCs, angel investors, family offices on our books that we can reach out to. And I'm also getting about 60 odd deals at the moment coming through our company in terms of like gold, diamonds, sapphires, rubies, fine art, and all sorts of different things. So sometimes we don't tokenize this; we just pass it on to somebody else that wants to buy or sell, because tokenization isn't always the right move.
Raki, thank you so much for this afternoon. So it's short and sweet.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you, both of you.
We'll have you more and often. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Philip Sykes, welcome. We're always so happy to have you with us.
Thank you very, very much for having me on the show. As always, it's a pleasure to see you both.
And where are you today?
I've actually been working in Italy, and I managed to take 2 days to do a bit of skiing, which is just one of my passions.
Perfect.
It's been amazing.
Philip, I'm going to start by asking a question, if that's okay. It's been announced today that we're in recession. We all thought this would be the case. And I wondered, what advice would you give people?
That's a wonderful question, and it's obviously not great news to hear that we are so-called in a recession. Having said that, believe it or not, we've literally been in the throes of doing some serious research in workforce development, and we've got an article coming out very, very soon, and it's basically based on developing and building your professional profile. And this is something I want everyone out there to understand. Don't look at the negative, look at the positive, and find ways to upskill yourself. Make yourself so employable that when it comes to working with organizations, going for interviews, you will absolutely stand out from the crowd. And I can't exaggerate or elevate this enough for people to understand how important this is. Everyone out there, you've all got the opportunity to do continued professional development. And I'm going to encourage you and urge you to go out there, study, hone your incredible, what I don't like calling soft skills, I like calling them hardcore skills. Develop yourselves, develop your emotional intelligence, develop your leadership skills, develop your communication skills, and go out there with a positive mindset, because I promise you it's going to stand you in the right path and stand you in very good stead.
And Philip, you are now going global, aren't you, with the British School of Excellence? So do you think the answer is for British businesses like yourself to lead the way, to be really looking at different parts of the world now, to sell the product and to sell your services as well?
Ian, what a great point. Let me share with everybody out there, the world is a small place. With digital technology, we can do so much more. And I urge and encourage everyone to have really big ideas and a big vision in order to expand. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Ask yourself, what's the most likely outcome and what's the best outcome? And I promise everyone out there that when you start thinking big and positively, you really will start to excel and you will exceed yourself and take yourself beyond expectations. The key to this is networking. Get on that internet, start networking with people in different countries, look at what you deliver, look at your amazing solution, find people's pain points and offer a solution.
Great. Philip, what do you advise people dress-wise, presentation?
Oh, Helena, that's a very sensitive topic to touch on. Look, with all due respect, people see you before they hear you. And so for me, I do believe that one should always make an effort to look their best. Now, I appreciate the world has changed. We have definitely found ways to stand out from the crowd by being very individualistic. Having said that, I do believe that, in the professional sense of the word, first impressions are absolutely, they do count. And I always think that wherever you go, find out what the correct dress code is. What's the right attire? With all due respect, there are industry standards, and so organizations in certain arenas, for example, law or banking or possibly the medical profession, will have a very strong and strict dress code, where when it comes to the media and the marketing world and people out in the ad world, it's very, very eclectic, and people come up with their own sort of identities. But having said that, I think there is a very important point to stress, that when you do think about what you're going to wear and how you look, I truly believe that it is part of your personal brand. Now, one thing we always start off with here at the British School of Excellence is we get our students to write down the first sentence is, and it's a note to themselves, is I am my brand. So how do you want people to see you? How do you want people to perceive you? And what are people saying about you when you're not in the room?
Excellent. And Philip, just finally again, how can people get in contact with you?
We are very keen on working on the telephone, so please go to our website, www.thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. give us a call. We've got WhatsApp. We've got various different ways you can connect and communicate with us. And hello at the British School of Excellence is our email address. We love engaging in conversation, and we really do want to give you out there, anyone out there, a solution to your challenges, mindset, development, whatever it is that you want to do to elevate yourself to the next level. Please do not hesitate to make contact with us.
Philip, it's great as always to have you on the show. Each week you are an incredible expert in what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you both very much, and I know it's not the weekend just yet. Have an amazing Friday, and we say Friday, and enjoy the weekend, and thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
now. Well, it's been a pretty packed show today. We've crammed a lot into it as well as usual, but it's been great.
Yeah, it's been great, and obviously we wish the Princess of Wales and King Charles a speedy recovery.
Absolutely, and let's hope that next week we can talk about some more positiveness and not a recession.
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots of positive things out there, and we will be sharing it.
Absolutely. So from me, Ian Pelham-Turner.
And me, Helena CHARD.
This was the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show on ALB UK Television. Take care. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.